The measures that the government released today are devastating. They are far worse than those announced on October 13th, worse for Quebec, worse for its universities, worse for Quebec businesses who need talent, and worse for McGill. We have made thoughtful and realistic proposals to the government from the beginning of November until now, but the government has turned these against us. In the light of the damage these measures will cause, I can only view this as a targeted attack on institutions that have been part of Quebec and that have contributed to Quebec for hundreds of years. We categorically reject the position of the government. It is incoherent policy based on impressions and emotions rather than evidence-based decision-making that simply does not serve Quebec well. It's academically not possible. You put a full semester of French courses in engineering program, you lose your accreditation. We have no longer engineering programs. Same applies to all our other accredited programs. So you don't want to lose your academic integrity to achieve another objective that you want to achieve, but that becomes impossible to achieve because of the conditions that are being imposed.
We've seen an initial proposal from the government. The initial measures were saying $17,000 is the price we want to put on CNRQ students, the Canadian non-residents of Quebec students. Then they came back with $12,000, and I've heard the minister say today that at $12,000, on fait le pari que les étudiants vont venir. So we're betting that they will come. Doesn't sound like based on a lot of data to me.
You don't bet on the future of a province. That's very important. No government has the right to bet on the future of its people.
I think in another interview at some point, I used the analogy of buying a car somewhere. You buy a car in Ontario, let's say it's $25,000 that you would pay in Ontario. On October 13th, the minister said, I'm going to sell you the same car for $75,000. And we all went, oh, that's a lot of money. And then 2 months later, she said, you know what? I'm going to sell you at a discount $50,000. It's still twice the price of what you get in Ontario.